Hey, howdy ho, how the hell are you? Welcome back to the SkyLounge podcast, episode number 331. Humpin' the humps of Hump Day, hampering hearts. Now, that's what's wrong with your heart today. You're hampered. You always complain. You always every day some negative shit. Calm the fuck down, you fucking mook. It's a fucking title. Relax, okay? But I wanted to talk about emotions today. And we know how emotions can get the best of us, right? Makes us do some crazy shit, say some stupid crap. But emotions are certainly something within your vicinity, within yourself that you can control, right? A lot of people say, "Oh, no, I'm too emotional. I can't control that." You shouldn't control that. Suppressing that makes you a robot. Well, actually, if you control your emotions, it makes you more of a human being rather than a thoughtless beast that just act on my fucking whim. And it's kind of annoying when people always just harp on other things rather than looking inwards and maybe thinking, maybe the emotions are a little bit off. I gotta calm that shit down. I gotta control it. Gotta, do the little fucking equalizer tuning on the fucking volumes and the music, fucking control. You know what I'm talking about, kids? You gotta do that with your emotions. There are times to be happy and ecstatic. There are times to be sad, but trying to be zero, right? Trying to really just look at objective shit. It's hard. It is hard. And I'm not saying just kill off your emotions. That's impossible because you are a human being. But you have to be able to control that shit out, ration shit out. Kind of like eating food, right? And all this shit really is to say that everything within you, everything within you is within your control. Emotions, the shit you eat, the shit you say. But if you just want to take the fucking backseat on that in your life, in your decisions, have fun. Have fun being a programmable sheep. The same shit that I was ragging on yesterday's episode. But that's the way it is, man. If you don't put yourself in the fucking driver's seat, the proverbial driver's seat, who's gonna sway that shit for you? Who is gonna fucking inflate and fuck up and deflate your emotions like that? Any and everything? You gotta be able to control it yourself. You gotta muster that horse. Lots of analogies, boys and girls. Because emotions are very difficult to explain, right? Feelings and not thoughts, but feelings and more feelings. It's because you're a man. You never understand emotions. Shut the fuck up. That is some sexist shit, ma'am. But no, man. With emotions, you have to be able to control yourself, right? I mean, that's ultimately what this shit is. It's controlling yourself. Like I said, with emotions, food, words, it's controlling yourself. Trying to be the best version of yourself without completely fucking imploding. And hell, man, not gonna claim that I'm perfect. Imploded plenty of times before, boys and girls. Yeah, self-implosion is a beautiful thing if you can recover and learn from it. But holy hell, we've been there plenty of times, man. We have been there plenty of fucking times. So, I'll tell you right now, it is difficult to try to get up every day, right, and control your emotions. Because shit fucking flies everywhere, right? Flying in from all sides. Whether it be from home, outside, whatever have you. You gotta be able to control that shit, man. And as I say, I still do hold the notion that society is an absolute fucking joke. But when you are masquerading around in society, having to, deal with people, you have to be able to control these little emotions, these little ticks of feelings. You have to be able to just put that shit in a box. Put the key, right on your side. Don't throw the key away. Don't fucking throw the key away. You need emotions, man. You can't fucking kill that shit off entirely because that would make you a robot. And, certainly there are certain people who would call me a robot by the It's the way I analyze and talk about certain things. But no, I'm a very emotional and passionate idiot who says some slightly illogical shit at times, but I'm a fucking moron. I make mistakes all the time. I emote a lot. But it's trying to control that, to try to not completely fall into chaos that we have to learn to control. Learn to be able to track that shit down. Like UPS with those fucking tracking numbers. The 15567, all that crap. But kids, don't get so strung out on your shit, man. Don't get stuck in your feels. Go outside. Eat some meat. Get some sleep. Get some proper sleep. Okay? Stop watching reality TV. Stop watching all that crap consumer shit, man. Stop it. Just look inwards. What's going on inside? What are you feeling? What's going on here? Be able to control that shit. Pays dividends. And again, not saying I'm perfect. Not saying I'm a master at this shit. But it's a day-to-day process. It's a daily fucking grind, man. That's all there's to it. Anyone can do it. Anyone and everyone has to do it. Because that's human life, baby. That's it. That's it. But this podcast, all the shit we're going to talk about, that ain't it, Chief. That's not all the shit we're going to talk about, because I'm going to fucking come blast you with some sports ball right now, boys and girls, as we have some fun things to talk about. As the hockey game is going on right now between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Colorado Avalanche after the first period into the first intermission, I'm not going to be talking about that game right now. I'm probably going to be talking about it on tomorrow's episode, if anything, probably more in depth. And I'm going to have the review up tonight on Wednesday on the YouTube channel at the SkyLounge, so be on the lookout for that shit. But besides playoffs, certain fun things were happening today before puck drop action. NHL draft lottery results, boys and girls. Yes, the losers of losers who didn't get into playoffs. And let's be frank, and let's be really fair. I always say this, and I want to stick to it. There's only two winners in most North American sports. There's only two winners in any given season. The championship winner and the draft winner. That's about it. Everybody else is a loser. So, really, the only other winner is the Buffalo Sabres. Which is some ironic shit, because that's the last thing they were doing throughout the season was winning. 18 game losing streak. I know they had a bit of a resurgence in the last few weeks there, but who gives a flying fuck? What the hell is going to happen to Buffalo? Are you really going to trade Jack Eichel, figure some shit out? I don't know. You probably have to, just because he's so fucking frustrated with that team and the way the culture is built around with the fucking Pagulas up top. I don't really fucking know what you're going to do there, Buffalo. Maybe start over again, but what does that even mean? Middlestat, Dahlin, a couple of guys, and pray for something good to happen, and you're still going to have Jeff Skinner in there. But, yeah, the number one pick definitely helps, but we'll see how far it takes Buffalo. At number 2, you have the 32nd expansion team, or 32nd NHL team, part of the expansion, in the Seattle Kraken, getting the number 2 pick. And I know the fucking Seattle Crackheads are going to be going crazy about this one. Because, hey, man, you're in your first year, you get the number 2 overall pick. Hell, this could really change the dynamics. I could really kick off the franchise and really fuck with this dynamic on what players guys like Ron Francis are going to try to get and try to create over there. But very interesting that they get the number 2 overall pick. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of salty-ass fucking fans hating on the Seattle Krakens, but hey, good luck to the Krakens, man. And again, I am going to be constantly referring to Seattle fans as crackheads, so don't take that shit fucking personal. I call the Vegas Golden Knights the fucking golden showers at times, okay? So be able to laugh at yourself, kids. But with the crackheads at number 2, you have the Peking Ducks, aka the Anaheim Ducks, picking at number 3. Then you have number 4, New Jersey Devils, 5, Columbus Blue Jackets, CBJ. Let's see how the hell the offseason turns out for CBJ. Will John Tortorella stay? What the hell is going to happen to that core? Is Line going to be the future face of that franchise? Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? But at number 6, you have the Detroit Red Wings, who will never, ever pick number 1. It's just never going to happen. But I think with Detroit moving forward, you are going to have a very interesting squad. I mean, Stevie Y is building this team up, and they have been really good throughout the season, even though their record doesn't really show it, and they are picking number 6 overall. But be on the lookout for Detroit, boys and girls. I think they are going to fight for that fucking playoff spot next season, maybe get 5th, maybe get 6th spot in the entirety of their respective division. But the Red Wings, I believe, are coming up. Give them a year or two, and I think they're going to make a lot of noise. Now, number 7, you have the San Jose Sharks, who... doesn't matter who the fuck you get, Sharks. You're not going to do shit. Sorry. Have fun with that Erik Karlsson contract, though. At number 8, we have the LA Kings, and at number 9, the Vancouver Canucks, and if I'm not mistaken, number 10, the Ottawa Senators, and on. You can go over on Sportsnet or any of those fucking channels and look that shit up yourself, boys and girls. But lots of interesting dynamics to look at here for these NHL teams, and very curious how the picks are gonna fuck with each team and how that shit's gonna, hopefully for certain teams make them better in the next season. But, I look at a team like Buffalo, again, picking number 1 overall. I don't really have a lot of confidence of what they're gonna do. That's just me personally. And I know Buffalo fans are probably gonna get irate, but dude, have you looked at your squad? Have you looked at your fucking ownership? I'm not really gonna blame the GM there, because he just barely started, but holy fuck, have fun. It's going to be a messy-ass offseason, but the NHL draft should prove to be very interesting. But what's also proving to be interesting in the realm of baseball, boys and girls, is the NL West, an absolute fucking bloodbath! And being a Dodgers fan, boys and girls, it's rough. It's rough. We got our fucking asses kicked in the second series against the San Francisco fucking Giants. That was embarrassing. But simultaneously, I will give them their fucking dues. The Giants look really good. And the Padres, they are just having a blast right now. Fernando Tatis Jr. is brilliant. There's really nothing else to say about that guy. And yes, even though I am a Dodgers fan, I can still give fucking claps to players who are actually good, even though they're my opposition. That's what sportsmanship is, you dumb fucks. But a lot of times, I know, we have to stick to the rivalries, the hatred, the salt, but god damn it, man, I love me some Fernando Tatis Jr. That dude is really fucking good at this baseball thing. I think he's kind of good at this baseball thing, This Fernando Tatis Jr., I think he might be pretty damn good at this baseball thing, but... Oh my. The NL West is just absolutely insane. The Dodgers are if I'm not mistaken, a game or 2 behind San Diego, who has the lead in the NL West the last time I checked. And second, just a game or half a game behind San Diego's San Francisco. So, interesting times. We don't talk about the Diamondbacks and the Rockies because they're just peasant organizations. We don't really have to talk about. I know Randy Johnson, all that shit. And fucking Diamondbacks, they beat the Yankees. Shut the fuck up! That was 20 years ago. We're done talking about that. They garbage. Just like the Rockies. Goddamn. How you like that shit? And that's just not rivalry talking. That is just plain, organization overlook talking. Just so bad. So fucking bad. But, yeah. You have the Arenado, fucking Exodus organization, and the Dead in the Desert organization. Pick your fucking poison on who you want to be just lulled by with their mediocrity. But, yeah, the other 3 teams in the NL West doing damage. Doing some beautiful shit. And my Dodgers right now, going against the St. Louis Cardinals, putting a beating on them tonight. 11 runs in the first inning, boys and girls. That's just a cream pie delight. And you know how much I love video game numbers. Love me some fucking video game goddamn sports ball. But when you see shit like that in baseball, I'm never too comfortable because it's not the unwritten rule thing. It's you might get a little too complacent, a little bit too lazy. You might spark a fire in the other guys, and that just might be the hockey aspect talking, or basketball too. But momentum swings are very interesting, boys and girls, right? Especially in sports ball. So even if you're getting blown out, I still look to that shit and think, you never know. You never know in the next game, maybe next possession, some shit fucking changes. But man, one blowout that I have to talk about right now while we're talking about blowouts is Game 5 between the Lakers and the Phoenix Suns. Now, when I talk about the Lakers and I'm shitting on them, I'm not trying to take anything away from the Phoenix Suns. My God, Cameron Payne, where the fuck did you come from? I remember you in the fucking Oklahoma City Thunder being the fucking role player, like way behind Russ, fucking Victor Oladipo and shit like that. But Cameron Payne has really stepped the fuck up this series. Just lambasted the goddamn Lakers into oblivion last night. And man, CP3, fantastic. Devin Booker, also great. DeAndre Ayton, shout out to DeAndre Ayton, doing fucking well for himself. But now with all that said, dude, fuck the Lakers. What the fuck is fucking wrong with you? Are you serious? Like, AD is the only fucking player that's going to show up? Oh, LeBron. Hey, LeBron, what the fuck happened to playoff mode? What happened to GOAT? Douchebag? Oh, you're just hating on LeBron because he lost. I'm hating on LeBron and the fucking Lakers because these fuckers talk more than they do shit. And personally, I hope this Game 5 loss, where now you're down 3-2 in this fucking series, I hope this Game 5 loss really segues to a fucking series loss. Why would you say that as a Lakers fan? I want the fucking Lakers to lose to understand what the fuck they did this offseason. You broke the chemistry of a championship winning team, Rob Pelinka, you fucking moron. Now maybe they go prove me wrong in Game 6 and force a Game 7 and then use momentum and fucking win a championship. I don't give a fuck at this point. Because those shit I'm watching on the floor, it's a joke. It's a joke. Or you're saying bring Danny Green back? No. Danny Green might have been the only guy I would probably fucking trade it. But simultaneously, maybe keep him around. Because the chemistry of that 2020 championship Lakers team, you can't beat that. You can't replicate that. Now I understand the logic of finding some of these guys like Montrezl Harrell. I don't know, trying to fucking convince Dennis Schroeder, but younger and more in 80s timeline, that shit doesn't matter. LeBron is an old AARP fuck. You need to win now. And the guys you just fucking sent off, JaVale, Dwight, Danny, Rondo, those guys, guess what? They could still contribute. It would probably be a fucking different dynamic altogether if, I don't know, they were still here. Yeah, I'm sure regular season we might have been a little bit worse for wears, but all you can do is say what if at this point. Because Game 6 at Staples Center, dude, it's do or die. It's do or die Lakers. Like, I don't want to fucking hear any goddamn excuses for Game 6. I don't want to hear anything. Oh, AD's hurt. Oh, no. AD's always fucking hurt. AD will figure out a fucking way to get hurt. I love you, AD, but oh my God, you brittle as fuck goddamn ginger snapper crackers. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It pisses me off. Because I felt the Suns would be a good series against the Lakers, and I thought the Lakers would win it in 6, but holy fuck, they might get eliminated in 6. This is an absolute shit show right now with the Lakers. God damn it, man. Shit pisses me off. But that's just because they're my team. I'm emotionally invested into this shit. You used to control your emotions. I'm by myself in a fucking room where I'm talking about my fucking team. And exuding this shit out actually makes me relieve my stress. So this is controlling my emotions, kids. Ta-da! Sports ball. It's all entertainment, baby. It really is. I know in the moment I sound like I'm going fucking apeshit. I'm probably going to have a fucking aneurysm and a heart attack after they're ranting about my teams, but it's entertainment, sports. But yeah, within the micro details, I do get irritated. I do get pissed off. But basketball, playoff basketball especially, it's a beautiful thing, boys and girls. It truly is. Now, there is a game going on right now as I am recording. The Clippers taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Series is tied 2-2. I fucking hope the Mavericks beat the shit out of the Clippers. You just hate I hate the Clippers. I'm a fucking Lakers fan. What the fuck do you think I'm going to do with the Clippers? Like them? No! I fucking hate the Clippers. I hope they get fucking beat by my boy, Luka motherfucking Doncic. Slovenian prince, Luka Doncic. I hope he just cream pies the fuck out of the Clippers. Choking ass organization. Get the fuck out of here, man. But it's been an exciting series, that one. No one has won at home. That's also another very curious thing. But, kids, that series is hopefully going to be in the favor of Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks. But there are certain series I don't really have a lot of emotions for, so to speak. Like the Utah Jazz taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, the Utah Jazz are up in the series 3-1 right now. And it seems almost inevitable, right? But I don't really care who comes out of it. I mean, Utah, if they get the 4-1 series win, they absolutely deserve it. They've been having just a fantastic season for themselves. And for the Memphis Grizzlies, I mean, this has to just be a huge clap. I mean, hey, you beat the San Antonio Spurs to stay alive in the play-in tournament. Then you faced the Golden State Warriors, took them into overtime, and spanked the shit out of them to eliminate them from the playoffs, the 8th seed. And then you won a game against the Utah Jazz. Yeah, granted, they didn't have their superstar guys, but hey, you won a fucking game in the playoffs there. The thing for the Memphis Grizzlies, if you do get eliminated in this series, I wouldn't take it too serious. Well, you do take it seriously, but I wouldn't take it too negatively. Because this Memphis Grizzlies team, I think they're going to be on the come up. I'm not really completely sure what the dynamic of that team, but it feels like they just need, 7-foot shot blocking, rebounding center. I could be wrong on that, but Memphis, very interesting future for them. Utah Jazz, I mean, the future is now. Grab that shit, go. Don't fuck over Donovan Mitchell anymore, please. He's one of the best shooting guards in the league. And stop choking around him, Utah. It's not fair for him. It's not fair for basketball when young talent gets stymied by mediocre teams, right? But we've seen that story unfold all the time in NBA teams. Like Dame Lillard. Yeah. They're down in the series 3-2. Now, it was an epic two overtime game in Game 5 between the Denver Nuggets and the Portland Trailblazers. But the reality is, I mean, the narrative has already been set in stone. Narratives don't fucking change in the playoffs, generally speaking, unless you're just heavy, stacked, retarded favorites like the Brooklyn Nets, which we will talk about in a bit here. But the Portland Trailblazers, to me, always feel like not even the first bridesmaid, the fucking 5th or 6th friend bridesmaid who was kind of invited there as like a pity thing. And then they always get fucking messed up at some goddamn after party. They always fucking cry their feelings out. And then they end up taking a fucking Uber alone and do some stupid shit. A little too personal there, right? But this is the way I see the fucking Portland Trailblazers. They're never gonna make it. Marriage? A ring! You haven't won it since fucking Bill Walton. Not Luke Walton, Bill Walton. A good Walton. But wow. Portland, you're gonna get eliminated again. And you honestly have no more excuses. You don't. Your core's never going to win anything. Everyone somehow conveniently always gets injured before the playoffs, and there's where your excuses come in. But it's pathetic. And I'm here to call you out on that shit. Portland, you suck. I hope you get fucking ass blasted by the Denver Nuggets in Game 6. My boy Nikola Jokic smoking that cigarette. Serbian badass about to say some nasty shit. I don't trust the goddamn Portland Trailblazers to do anything. Now, maybe the Denver Nuggets fucking choke up Game 6. Who the hell knows? But I get a good feeling about the Denver Nuggets closing out a series like that. But certainly, there were many teams who were up 3-1 in their respective series, and they were able to close out and not choke. Like the Toronto Maple Leafs, the one we ranted about yesterday. But the Brooklyn Nets, Philadelphia 76ers, and the Atlanta Hawks are all moving on after they were up 3-1 in the series, and their respective opponents in the Boston Celtics, the Washington Wizards, and the New York Knicks are all going home. Now, with the Boston Celtics, it's very interesting. So Danny Ainge has stepped down as general manager, and Brad Stevens has been promoted to an executive. Is that really changing anything? Is that really going to change anything? Like what? Boston, I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell's happening with Boston. I don't. And, being a Lakers fan, being the Boston Celtics rivals, I want them to do well to the point where they make it to the final and the Lakers beat the shit out of them. That's what I want. And within that desire, the way this shit is going right now for the Boston Celtics, I don't think they're going to get to a fucking final in a while. The way they just kind of unfolded throughout the last few weeks of the season in this playoff series, it just didn't look all that great. And yeah, it is against the fucking super stacked, retarded goddamn Brooklyn Nets, but it is what it is, man. You take the opponents that you get and you try to do the best that you can, but yeah. Kind of a shame there, Boston. Kind of a shame, but you out! And so are the Washington Wizards, who gave a good performance in that one win and certainly spots throughout the series, but they're not ready. A lot of their guys, aside from Beal and Westbrook, they're still very young. Give them time to simmer. Give them time to, figure their shit out over the next season. And maybe the Wizards are a good team in the playoffs. Maybe. Who the hell knows? But then you have the New York Knicks, who got eliminated by the Atlanta Hawks. Holy shit, Knicks. So you finally make it back to the playoffs. For the first time in years. You hype yourselves up so fucking much, and you only win one game. Now, complete credit to the Knicks. Julius Randle, Obi Toppins, Frank. Is Frank still there? Frank Nicolanetta? He's still in there? Fucking TJ. Is TJ Gibson still on that fucking team? Taj Gibson still on that fucking team? Anyway, I mean, every fucking part of that team has been doing really well. I mean, the regular season does prove it. The Knicks were great. But, well, not great, but they were good. And is this the start of something for the Knicks? Maybe. Who knows? Unless James Dolan gets involved and fucks it up somehow. But, hey, maybe LOL Knicks might be over. Maybe some legitimacy happening with the Knicks there. But certainly you saw some legitimacy there with the Atlanta Hawks winning the series. Young core, Trae Young, just getting shit done. And I love all the fucking memes coming out over the playoff series. I mean, the New York Salt is fantastic. Pubic hair chants, Trae sucks, all that crap. But the Hawks embraced it. And if they match up again against New York next season, they're going to be goddamn villains. I mean, regular season game is going to be wild, I bet, too. But great series there, boys and girls. Why don't you talk about the Philadelphia 76ers? Dude, they were supposed to sweep the goddamn Wizards, honestly. But with Joel Embiid, with the meniscus tear and moving forward, I don't really have a lot to say about the Philadelphia 76ers. Best of luck. I don't think you're going to make it anywhere outside of the, you're not even going to get to the Eastern Conference Final, I feel like. Feels like the Bucks conference to win. But I could always be wrong, boys and girls. I always can be. Because as a fan of the game, your opinions are formulated through, digesting through yourself, a subjective view. And so my thoughts, my views are always fucked up, probably, right? A little bit off the mark, maybe a little bit odd, but listen, man, I don't try to fucking, get in my own head and think I'm the ultimate authority, and then I could lash out at fucking sports ball people if they don't do what I fucking want. I'm not a fucking psychopath like that. Like those fucking fans who kept throwing shit at guys like Trae Young, Russell Westbrook, Kyrie, even though Kyrie's a fucking moron. Dude, don't fucking throw shit at people. Don't be a dick. Okay? Not even a dick. Don't be a fucking asshole. Okay? Because you get to go to those fucking NBA games. Just follow the goddamn rules. And enjoy some sport, you fucking loser. I'm gonna get involved in the game. Well, congratulations, you're banned forever, you fucking moron. Great. What are you gonna do about that? Nothing, right? Pussy. But, kids, that's all the anger and really all the sweat and salt I can give you for today on this episode, boys and girls. So tune in tomorrow as we continue this ride of 30 for 30 and 30 in the month of June. And so, until next time, boys and girls, tomorrow, fuck off.